Yes, Vine has a smile on her face as her friend Sana is working on Vine's makeup hair and applying cream. Anyway, our Vine is going to marry the son of her father's friend, who looks good and is 6 feet tall. Oh, lucky girl, hmm? Smart. Vine is smiling. Vine, you look amazing. If he sees you while you are alone, he might not wait until the wedding night. Vine's face turned red as she tried to hide her face, but Sana held her hands. Don't hide, Vine. Away, I'm shy. I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about when he is doing with you. Then Vine's shyness got the best of her and she playfully started hitting Sana with flowers as Sana ran around her. While the two of them were happy, they heard some shouting from the wedding hall. So Vine hurriedly went there in tension with Sana. She saw her father talking to someone else, his back facing his her, and sitting in a chair. Her father's eyes were filled with tears while he talked to the unknown person. All the guests were gasping and watching Vine as if something had been done. Her happiness was fading as she tried to understand what was happening there. Okay. Upon hearing this, her father wiped his tears and was about to go to his daughter. Suddenly, he saw her at the entrance and ran to her. She looked at her father with concern. Dad, is everything okay? Winder, not okay, dear. The police arrested him because his girlfriend filed a case against him. She claimed that he got her pregnant was aborting away to marriage. She was shocked. Don't worry, asked my boss about you. At first he said no, but finally successfully got his approval. But he is paralyzed. Nevertheless, he is very good person. Why, Dad? She looked at her father in disbelief, shocked by how easily he was ready to marry her off to someone else. Hey, no, Ryan, don't agree with this. Your life would be ruined if you married a guy like him who can't even walk to you and you have to stay at home as a caretaker for him for life. Vine, Dad. Vine, please agree to this. See, everyone is already gasping about us. We can't handle society if we lose our reputation. If you don't agree to this, then there is no option for me to but to hang myself. You don't need to do that, Dad. I will. Sana, you crazy, Vine? Vine stopped her friend with her teary eyes. It's okay, life will go on. My time might be not good, but I can't let it to lose my father, who sacrificed his life for me and chose to stay alone, not considering another marriage for my sake. Vine's father is directing her to the groom, her hand tingles in his grasp. Her eyes are fixed on the ground as she walks. When she steps on the stage and sees the man from behind who will marry her in few months, sitting in a wheelchair, her heart ached. You may kiss the bride. She clutches her breast, wondering how will he kiss her, but she freezes when he unexpectedly touches her hand. She looks at him with her brown eyes. When their eyes meet, time seems to slow down for the both of them. It feels like a moment frozen in emotion. In a scene filled with suspense, he takes her hand towards his lips while she gazes at him. Then he gently places a tender kiss on the back of her hand while looking into her eyes. She couldn't bear his gaze, so she immediately broke his eye contact. Then he gently let go of her hand, not in a hurry. The car ride was silent. The driver focused on the road while Vine watched the WhatsApp queue and Tay kept his eyes closed. After reaching home, Vine got out of the car and the driver helped Tay into a wheelchair. As she entered the house, her eyes searched for something. Her hands clutched her dress while the driver gently pushed the wheelchair by its handle. Observing Vine's eyes searching for something, Tay said something. Joe, show her to the another room. That is opposite to my room. Joe, okay sir. Upon hearing this, she looked at Tay in confusion. Joe, ma'am, please come with me. She shifted her gaze from him to Joe, and Joe started walking upstairs. She followed him while Tay looked at her figure disappearing there. Ma'am, this is your room. Call me anytime. I will always be available. This is Joe. She was looking at him in confusion. Don't be confused. I'm your driver, but in his home, no one lives here except him and me. I'm your chef, driver, and caretaker all in one. He left. I had hoped for so many dreams about marriage life, but now it's all turned into this. I still don't understand how this could happen. I never thought a stranger would marry me. Times get to 1 a.m. She was in deep sleep, peacefully covered with a blanket due to the cold weather, but she woke up suddenly upon hearing a loud noise coming from outside the room. Wondering what that sound was, she got up from the bed, fixed her clothes, and walked out of the room. She glanced at Tay's room and guessing it was something so, she entered in without his permission. But her eyes widened in shock when she saw her husband Jay had fallen on the ground, was struggling to get up. He was hissing in pain, but was surprised his wife's call and looked up. Fine. Jay. Meanwhile, she ran towards him without hesitation and placed her hand on the back of his neck, while her other hand wrapped around his waist in cancer. Wine, I will help you. Hold on me tight. She was trying to get him up and was about to make him sit on the bed. Seeing her struggling, he held onto her, and then she was able to help him to sit on the bed. After taking a deep breath, she looked at him and found him already looking at her strangely. Wine, I'm sorry for entering into your room without your permission. Jay, why are you saying sorry, Wine? I'm your husband. You don't need permission to come in. They both looked at each other for a few seconds. At first it was awkward, but he patted on the bed next to him, gesturing her. She obeyed and sat beside him silently. Jay, did I disturb your sleep? Wine, no. But what were you doing? If you needed anything, you should have called me a Joe. His silence and disappointment made her eyebrows furrow in suspicion. Wine, the disappointment on your face, even though you have a helper and you don't want to ask for help, there are no extra workers in this house. It's making me think that there is something you are carrying inside you. Jay, you have known me for only a few hours and you came here just 3 hours ago. How can you confidently say these things? You seem like a good person, but there is no smile on your face like mine, so I understand you better. Jay, yeah, you are absolutely right. Boyan, I just don't like anything. I'm trying to heal myself, trying to get on my own without depending on anyone. My smile disappeared when I got that wheelchair. He pointed at the wheelchair, and she looked at it with sadness, but listening to him kindly. Jay, can I ask you something? Wine nodded. Jay, why did you agree to marry me? Did your father blackmail you? That's not exactly blackmail, but it might be considered a form of it. In my view, I can't blame him for that. Jay, I don't understand. Wine, my mom left us for a rich person. But my dad didn't leave me. He raised me without letting me experience any problems. But 2 months ago, my dad said he wanted to see me get married because he feels like he might die soon. He is already old and not feeling well. And before he dies, he wants me to be with my husband and not be left single. Whether it's good or bad, my marriage with that guy was cancelled. And at the same time, I got married to you. But in a way, it could be considered your bad luck too, as a seemingly useless man married you suddenly. How could you call yourself useless? You are a rare and kind person, a strong one too. Jay, me? Unbelievable. You kindly agreed to marry a normal girl who isn't even a match for your status. One person. How kind you are. You are trying to heal yourself, not wanting to depend on your workers or even all your possessions. How rare you are. Even though you are a paralyzed, you are trying to stand on your feet, even though you know it's not a possibility. How strong you are. I am sure you will definitely achieve it and stand on your own feet soon. Then he wanted to smile with hope, but he couldn't. He looked at her with expressionless face. Jay, I think you are uncomfortable sitting beside me. Okay, you can go. Why would you think I would be uncomfortable sitting beside you? Jay, As far as I know, some people might feel uncomfortable sitting next to me. Why? But I'm not one of them, Jay. Really? Jay, I don't want another room. Let me share your room too. As I'm your wife, shouldn't I be with you like I feel? Then he was more surprised and nodded multiple times. Fine, let's sleep. She smiled slightly and helped him lie back. Then she also lay down, turned to his side, and looked at him, feeling her gaze. He looked at her and raised his eyebrows in a question mark. At first, I wondered how my dad could ask me so easily to marry someone else. But after spending a short time with you, I understood why. Okay, good night, Ryan. Why? You too. He didn't say anything. He just closed his eyes, and she also closed her eyes to sleep. But he opened his eyes again and looked at her. He smiled. His smile had lost, but now he found because of his wife.